Changing gears for a moment, let's take a look at how we can use Node.js to not only write web application servers or network servers, but how we can use it to write command line utilities in Windows. In the previous sublesson, I showed how to do this under Unix-like platforms and Mac OS X, but let's take a look at how to do it under Windows, because it's a little bit different and there are some sort of special considerations we need to make. So basically the way we're going to do this is by running batch files, and you can also do this with command files, but our needs here aren't that complicated, so I found that batch files work just great for everything we need. So I'm going to write here a little program called hello world.js, and it's basically going to be quite simple. It's going to say console.log hello world, like that. I'll save it. I'll close it out, and I should be able to say node hello world like that, and it'll work. Now, I don't want to always have to say node hello world. I just want to have a program. It would be great if I could just say hello world and run it like that. So the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to create a file called hello world.bat, like that. I'm going to turn off echo so it doesn't echo everything to my command line, and then I'm going to say node hello world like this. And again, I don't need the JS because Node automatically adds it if it doesn't see it. So let's close that out, and now I should be able to say hello world, and I don't even need the .bat. And you'll see, great, it finds it runs the node hello world, and that all works wonderfully. Now, let's see what happens if I go to the root directory on my machine, and then I want to say users mark live lessons, nope, live lessons, lesson 11, and I want to run hello world like that. Now you'll see we have a problem, and you'll see the actual error is here. It can't find C, :/ hello world. So if I look at Notepad users mark live lessons, lesson 11, hello world.bat, basically what it's saying is find node wherever it is in my path, and then execute in my current directory the script hello world. So my current directory is C:/, and there is no hello world there because it's hidden in this lesson 11 folder. So the good news is we can fix this without too much effort. What we need to do is we need to do some batch file trickery, which tells it to first take the drive letter of the currently executing batch file, and then I also want to add the path of the current executing batch file, and then I'm going to add hello world like that. So now, assuming I've typed this in correctly, this says wherever this hello world.bat is, use the drive letter and the path of that, and then look for the hello world there. Now I should be able to run this, and I've solved my problem. Great. So I can go to any drive letter, I can run this, and it'll get the right path and drive letter and make sure that the hello world is always executed properly. Now, let's go to users mark live. Let's actually type things in correctly. Live lessons, lesson 11, Notepad hello world. Great. So let's actually try to change this. So what I'd really like to be able to do is I'd like to be able to pass in some greeting, and then just whatever the user passes in, I'd like to print that out. So I hinted at this in the previous lesson, but basically this is done through the process.argv array. And the way this array works is index 0 is always the node interpreter and how it's been called. Index 1 is the script that the node interpreter was told to execute. And then 2+ are sort of command line params passed to this script like this. So if I wanted to, if I wanted to be able to run, if I wanted to be able to run hello world, hi there, this would actually be starting at index number 2. So we will start at number 2. Now what happens if there are more of them? There's like 3 or 4 or something like that. What I can do is I can either loop over them and sort of append them together, or I can use the array.slice method like this. I can actually just say give me everything in this array except for the first 2 elements like this. So Let's go ahead and save that. Now we have to hook up one more thing, and that is our batch file somehow has to be able to get these command line arguments to this node script like that. And the way I'm going to do that is with %* like that. So now I should be able to run this hello world bat hi there. And you'll actually see that I actually made this look kind of unattractive. Let's go back here to the JavaScript file. And what I'm going to do is then I'll actually join it back together with space like that. And now it looks a little less unattractive or something. So that's how I get my command line arguments into my batch files, and that's how I can print them out. This is how I can make sure that my batch files, no matter where I run them from on my system, get everything right.